my name's Garrick. I'm here with Time+Space to show you how to route Gothic Instruments DRONAR modules using their 4 bands of audio as multi-outputs in Kontakt. The DRONAR modules don't actually support multi-out, so this is a bit of a workaround. However, it's the most efficient way of separating the audio bands instead of, say, recording each of the bands separately, which means you've got to go over it 4 times, or loading 4 instances of the full Kontakt in your DAW. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the tutorial and I'll show you how to do that. Firstly, open up Kontakt 5 as a multi-out. Now I have opened it as a multi-out instrument with 16 stereo channels. This will be more than enough for anything you want to use, but the reason I use stereo over mono is because all of the DRONAR sound banks are in stereo format, so it's just making the most of all the audio. So we're going to do that. Okay, now you'll see I've already opened up a hybrid patch, and actually what I've done is open up 4 hybrid patches. From here, I'm going to isolate each band of audio. So for the bottom one, I'm going to mute the mid, high, and FX. For the second one up, I'm going to mute low, high FX, and so on until I've got 1 band of audio per instance. This is going to save a lot on CPU because I'm only trying to load 4 instead of 16 bits of audio. And it gives us the separation we need for each of the bands. So if I play now, it's coming through nice and easy. It's not using up too much CPU. What we need to do now is get Kontakt to separate those 4 instances. So firstly, we need to create 4 outputs in the DAW channel strips. As you can see, there's a plus button at the bottom of the instance of Kontakt in the mixer window. We're just going to create 3 of those. So we have 4 stereo channels. And now the trickier bit comes in Kontakt. Now we're going to route the 4 instances of the hybrid module out to those 4 channels. So if you come over to the window button here and open outputs, you'll see we've got this mixer down here. Now what we want to do is create 2 more outputs and click OK. So we have 1, 2, 4 and 5 up here. We're going to ignore the surround sound preset as we're not mixing in 5.1. Next, you need to come to the bottom of stereo 4 to this dash, this hyphen/hyphen box here, and click on that. Now this is going to open up the quote-unquote physical outs of Kontakt, which relate to the channel strips down here. So we are going to set this, if you think of these 2 as 1 and 2, these as 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay, so we've got a total of 7 outs. Now, as you can see here, the initial Kontakt strip, this will be output 1 and 2. The next one over is outputs 3 and 4. Next one over 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So we mirror that in Kontakt as we do on the DAW channel strip. Now we go to each instance of the hybrid module within Kontakt and we select the output that we want it to go to. Now the top one I'm going to send to outputs 1 and 2, so stereo 1. The second I'm going to send to stereo 2, outputs 3 and 4. The third I'm going to send to stereo 4, outputs 5 and 6. And the last, stereo 5, outputs 7 and 8. Now, if this has all worked properly, I should see 4 audio signals coming out of the channel strips here. Hooray, it worked. This means that I can now sort of access and put in as many audio effects as I like. I can load in delays for just the high band. I can throw in distortion on the mid, and even an auto panner on the FX if I fancy. And it means that I don't have to render down or bounce down or record each channel individually, so it saves me a lot of workflow time. What I might do once I've got it separated like this is record the audio down on those 4 channels, just to save some CPU power, but that completely depends on the rig that you're working on. I hope you found this interesting and useful. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and follow us for more tips and tricks. Thanks very much.